What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, jewels and citizens, the JJs and PPs? This is your boy X-Lover Newman bringing to you a video about Marvel. I mean, it's arguably the best superhero franchise that exists. It's not arguable, actually. It's not really arguable. This is actually my room. I'm only showing you a little bit of it. Everything looks bigger in person. But that's like all the stuff I have in my collection. If you're interested in all this and showing you the rest of it, I can show you another time. I might be doing actually reaction videos soon. So stay tuned for me. I actually might start doing it. But for those who are curious about Marvel movies before Infinity War comes out, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of videos already doing this, but you're probably like wondering what videos do I start with, how do I get them, how do I get them for a cheaper price. This is going to be sort of like a quick sensual, sexual guide for you guys, / religious, to guide you into the truth of Marvel, because Marvel is a religion. It's doing the best, it is the best, there's no debate on that. And the numbers don't lie, the audience doesn't lie, and the movies don't lie. So let's get started with this little quick guide for all you comic gay motherfuckers. So some of you are probably asking yourself, what order do I watch them in? The way I'm going to review these will be all in chronological order for the movies. So each movie that I review is what order they are in, and as you see them right here, they are in order as we speak. Starting off with the master, the one that started it all, Iron Man. I actually got this for about $5 on eBay. A couple of these movies I got on eBay. And then a couple of them I got as a gift from my ladybug and my brother. I think just 2 of them actually. Yeah, but most of these I got on eBay. The best way to find a lot of these movies are on eBay. But this is the godfather of the MCU, what started it all. Keyword started the MCU. What started great Marvel movies really was actually Blade, which I'll be picking up that trinity sometime soon. And then came Spider-Man. But as far as the MCU movies, now some of you are probably like, what does MCU mean? It means Marvel Cinematic Universe, so it just means the same universe. It means all those superheroes are in the same universe. Marvel went bankrupt in the 90s, so a lot of companies started buying their shit. So that's why X-Men, Deadpool, Blade, Spider-Man at a time, the Fantastic Four, Punisher, they all were on different companies like Fox and Sony and Universal, blah, 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 blah. It's now recently that Marvel has basically bought all of those superheroes now due to their success of their franchise. So they're able to do all like partnerships with superheroes, which is why you saw Spider-Man in Civil War and why we're going to see Fantastic Four and X-Men in later films in probably 2020. This is what started it all. I never really knew much about Iron Man. I heard of him because I was into comic books and video games. But he was not really known into the world. And when, the song starts, the trailer started with the whole political aspect and then went into that AC/DC song. And, that's what catapulted it. For me, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see this. And I absolutely love this movie. In my eyes, this movie gets an 8 out of 10. This movie was really fun to watch. Love this movie. So this is the first one you watch. Bam. Second one is Incredible Hulk. Which was a partnership, I believe, from Universal and Disney. Don't quote me on that though. I don't see Disney on this. But this was also a fantastic movie. I love this movie. I've watched this movie too many times. As you can see, Lieutenant Ross is there. He is actually, ends up being part of Civil War. And I hated him when this movie came out. Oh my god. This was back then too, when Blu-rays were cool, before Disney took them over and just made them blue. But I loved this movie. I was hurt when Edward Norton was no longer the Hulk, but then I got really, really used to Mark Ruffalo. I give this movie a 7.5. No, I give this movie an 8. I give it an 8. This movie was really, really, really good. A superpowered adrenaline blast. This is when they were using all those anti-gay lingos. Alright. Iron Man 2. This one, I remember clearly kind of losing everybody. People have mixed reviews on this, but I actually like this one a lot. This actually is arguably my favorite one. Yeah, this movie is good. It did a lot of great things. It introduced Scarlett Johansson's character, Black Widow, which was cool, aka Natasha. And also introduced War Machine, played by the Don of all Cheetos. And someone who looks like Ricky Mork. This movie is good. I like this movie. I didn't mind it. It's arguably my favorite one. I'm probably gonna give this one an 8.5. One of my favorite ones. Thor. This movie I'm kind of mixed on. It's hard to explain where I am in this movie. It was a bold movie, really. Half of the movie, really, like an hour and some change, you spend just Thor without his powers. And I found that a little bit underwhelming. Also, him and Natalie Portman's relationship was kind of boring. I didn't hate this movie, but I thought it was just a decent movie. Nothing super special to me, though. I wanted to see more of its origin story, and what it was going to be about and all. But it was just okay, really. It was an okay movie to me. The best thing out of this is Loki, in my opinion, and the chocolate goddess known as Heimdall, played by Idris Elba. Actually, one of my favorite characters as well. So I'm going to give Thor a 7.5. Next, you're going to watch Captain America, the First Avenger. Arguably, the best origin story. For some people. Really love this movie. Great, fantastic movie. The effects that they put on this for skinny baby blue eyes was really cool. And I really enjoyed that. It was really groundbreaking, actually, how they did all that. Man, this was such a good movie. Such a good movie. I wasn't too in love with Red Skull, but it was good enough, you know what I mean? It was good enough. But this is when Captain America became one of my favorite heroes, and I never really cared for Captain America in the comic books or the cartoons. But this was really cool movie. I give this an 8.5. I give this 8.6. Yeah, I like this a little more than, I give it 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. Really good movie. Alright. Big boy right here. The Avengers. This was the first thing that really changed my life. I think it was this movie where I said officially, yeah, I'm in this Marvel journey now. I saw this movie in theaters, I think 3 or 4 times. Snuck in a couple of theaters. Don't say that to anyone. Don't let anyone know that. If you do, I'll come and cap your ass. snuck into a lot of theaters watching this movie. This movie is certainly a 10 out of 10. Or as they say, a blockbuster that will blow all away your senses. You know, these anime Lego, these anime phrases, I should say, not Legos. Phrases in these comic gay phrases have decentrified and convoluted many men's genitalia. So you're turning into basically freeloading cocksuckers. Cocksuckers. This has to stop. But this movie really changed the game. Getting back on the conversation, sometimes I can go off on a tangent. This movie really changed the game. It really made the world know, okay, this is some serious stuff here, man. We Marvel, we mean business. And this became officially one of my favorites. Just favorites. Man, fuck this stupid Spider-Man cartoon. Man, there's been a good Spider-Man cartoon since the 90s, man. But love this movie, 10 out of 10. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, alright. Hold on, viewers. Don't rush me. Alright. Next thing is Iron Man 3. In MCU standards, this is the worst movie of all time. As a movie, it's good. Very good. Very good. I just hated this dude right here. Killian. Yeah, I couldn't stand him. He really, really annoyed me. It was a really boring villain. I actually didn't mind Ben Kingsley character. I didn't really mind what they did to him. I know a lot of fans hated what they did to the Mandarin. I didn't really mind. I also liked War Machine's new outfit that he got is really cool. I like getting Don Cheeto, all of the Cheetos. But this movie was very annoying. Really, really, honestly, did not like it. This is when I became officially kind of a Tony Stark hater. I was like, okay, I had enough of Tony Stark. I don't want to see another Iron Man again. But in MCU standards, this was a bad movie. So, an MCU rating, this movie definitely gets a 6. I do not want to see this again. But nonetheless, it's an okay movie. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Next is Thor Ragnarok. Thor Dark World. Whoa, I was in the future for a second. This is another one that ended up being just an okay movie. I give this one a 7. It was okay. The best thing about this movie is the same thing as the last. Loki, really. In Marvel standards, this is a pretty mediocre movie. Again, their relationship was not interesting in the least. Yeah, this is pretty much the last time you see them, which is kind of cool. There goes Loki and Odin. And I pretty much didn't really love this movie. I definitely can't see myself watching it a bunch of times. But it was a good movie. It was alright. The best thing in here was Loki, especially when he turns into the Cap. But the cool thing about this movie is you got to see the ether, which is the reality or the power stone. I forget. One of those. You nerds can put in the comments what it is. Next was Captain America Winter Soldier. Once again, classic. This movie is a 10 out of 10. Fucking amazing. We got to see really cool scene with Samuel L. Jackson with his eye patch, looking just angry at breakfast. Just angry. Scarlett's character got a little more depth to her. Captain America and baby Bucky. got his share in the MCU, which was really cool. Really great story. Another movie that just made me a huge Captain America fan. And this is such a great espionage. The movie reminded me a lot of Metal Gear at times. And I just really liked how this movie felt. And the fighting was just perfect. Probably the best fight sequences were in this movie out of all the MCU movies. Black Panther versus Bucky did come very close, though. But yes, 10 out of 10. Fantastic movie. Next is Guardians of the Galaxy. I give this baby a 9. Very, very good movie. Very funny. Very new. Actually, I believe it was Kevin Feige that said if they had the Fantastic Four years ago, the Guardians of the Galaxy would have never existed. Kind of shows you how destiny falls. But yeah, this movie was great, man. Really funny. And I fell in love and I became a Guardians of the Galaxy fan. Marvel's just really good at doing that. Fantastic movie. Give this a 9. Like I said, really, really great. Love Star-Lord, love Drax, love Gamora, Groot, and of course Rocket. The villain here was okay. You know, he wasn't a groundbreaking villain, but he was cool. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Cell from Dragon Ball. I don't know why. They had like some similarities. Nonetheless, great movie. Alrighty. Next is a movie that people were kind of mixed on. Avengers Age of Ultron. Once again, just a reminder, you watch all these movies in the order I'm showing you. This movie was really, really, really good. I thought it was actually the best Avengers team-up so far that I've seen. Ultron came out more adorable and less frightening. More like a Disney villain. It didn't really scare me. And, oh man, yeah, this fight right here with Iron Man and Hulk was, oh man, what a great fight, man. Probably, arguably the best fight in the whole damn movie. And then you got Vision, and then we get Scarlet Witch in this movie, which was pretty cool. Quicksilver dies, nobody cares. Fox's Quicksilver was better. This was a pretty dope film overall. Really, really enjoyed this a lot. I don't think it gets credit for its greatness in terms of its team up, and then how many just Easter eggs were dropped in here. Wakanda was talked about in here. And it was just so many really, really, really cool moments in this movie. You know, I honestly don't really know what to rate this one. So I think I'm just gonna go with an 8, a solid 8. It gets an 8. And I'll give it 8.2 to give it more advantage. You know, pretty good film. Next is Ant-Man. This one surprised me, actually. I was not excited to see this. I thought it was cool. I thought it was alright. But I was like, okay, I'm going to see it. But, you know, it's going to be an okay movie, I guess. And it did turn out to be an okay movie, but it turned out to be way better than I thought it would be. It was hysterical. It was really funny. Paul Rudd is really great as Ant-Man. This chick right here is absolutely receptive to the penis of ex-lover. She would be honored to withhold such a frosted sugar flake. But nonetheless, it was a pretty good movie. Funny. It feels like kind of like a live action Disney movie, if you will. That's a little bit for adults. But other than that, really good movie. I think I'm gonna give this one a good solid 7.5. I really enjoyed this. I don't think I'd watch it a gazillion times, maybe a few times, but I think I've only seen this a couple of times. Bam! Get into the grit of the chicken meat. Oh my goodness, this movie was amazing. Definitely I want to give this movie, I know it sounds unfair, but I gotta give this movie a 9. This movie was just incredible. Really, 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 really incredible. It has Spider-Man in it, it had Black Panther in it, had Zemo in it, and this actually became just a really, really great balanced movie. I just can't believe with all these people in here, the movie came out the way it did. This is actually my ticket when I saw it. I save all my tickets in some of the movies. Oh man, amazing. This was just a great time, really fun time. One of those classic movies that just shows you Marvel really knows what they're doing when they can take all these characters and make a great movie. Where some people will have a hard time with 4 characters. Epic. Next is another movie that actually surprised me, Doctor Strange. Didn't really know much about Doctor Strange. I knew of his whereabouts because I read comics. As you can see here, I got those DC comics, those Marvel comics, a couple other stuff over there. I didn't know much about him. This one surprised me. This was actually really, really, really good. The only thing I didn't like was Tilda Swinton's character. She should have been Asian, in my opinion. It just would have been really cool. Instead, we just got this white devil chick looking like Frieza. And she was actually cool, though. I liked her character. I didn't mind her character. I didn't hate her character at all. But she didn't really stand out to me, in my opinion. But nonetheless, this was a pretty good movie, pretty solid origin story. Really surprised me how good this was. Really enjoyed the mystic arts. Reminded me a little bit of The Matrix sometimes, too. But I was really surprised how good this movie was. So, yeah, really good movie. I'm going to give this a 7.5. Next is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I did not really like this one so much. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. The father with his father ego story kind of bored me. It's funny, but even some of its humor is sometimes a little bit too much, or a little bit annoying, or a little bit like really childish. Not childlike, but like childish. And I'm blinking with the wrong eye. When Rocket says that kind of stuff, I was like, okay, is that supposed to be funny? But nonetheless, it was a pretty good movie. It was decent for what it is. What it was, I should say. But I didn't love this. I'm gonna give this one a 7. It was decent. It was just decent. Spider-Man Homecoming. Loved it. Just loved it. This movie, in my opinion, gets an 8.5. Really, really enjoyed it. It's not the Spider-Man I love, personally. The Spider-Man I really, really do love is the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. That's more of the adult Spider-Man, per se. But I wasn't mad at this. This is more like baby Spider-Man. Him just kind of getting used to his powers and being mentored and learning and growing. And it was also for a newer generation. This was for the high school kids and the Spider-Man in the MCU. Oh wow, I just realized there's an actual cool Blu-ray disc. But this one was cool. It was a good, very, very good movie. The twists and turns were really nice. The villain, the Vulture by Michael Keaton, was done really, really, really well. I can't wait to see where he ends up and how his character grows and, his new movies and stuff. It will be very exciting. And last of all, the end and the final chapter of this collection is the Thor of all Ragnaroks. This was another movie that kind of felt a little bit like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I liked this more, though. The comedy was funny at times, really funny, really adventurous movie. Really cool, fun moments. Great action. The Hulk and Thor's fight is probably the best thing in this movie. Hela was really cool, but I wish I got to know more about her. I love Jeff Goldblum. I'm obsessed. He is the most interesting man on the planet. So he was just being himself. Heimdall got the new do. Got the long hair, looking fresh. Jeff. Focus! Focus! There you go. That focus action. He was really cool in here too, and his sword is so fucking dope. But other than that, this movie didn't blow me away. You know, the whole Led Zeppelin stuff. It didn't blow me away or anything. But it was very good nonetheless. Really enjoyed this movie. Really good movie nonetheless. Really fun, I should say. Very fun movie. The movie after this, of course, comes Black Panther. I will be picking that up for Blu-ray. For those of you who are confused, you're like, oh wait, it's not out? No, Black Panther actually did so well in the theaters that they just extended the movie. It was actually supposed to come out in April. Like, I think it was supposed to be like April 15th or something like that. But it was doing so well, so they extended it. So some theaters are actually still playing Black Panther. So I will be picking that up on Blu-ray, which comes out May 5th or May 8th on digital, and I believe May 15th or May 16th for Blu-ray, if I'm correct. And then after Black Panther, of course, comes Infinity War, which I will be seeing in about a day now. Very excited, nonetheless. But yeah, that's pretty much my collection. Alright, people, and that is my collection. My official collection, my MCU collection. When Black Panther comes out, like I said, I will be reviewing, rating, and unboxing that one as well. I'm probably gonna get 2 versions of that Blu-ray, because they have like a steelbook and like Target version and Walmart version, and I really like the Target and Walmart version. I have to see the steelbook in person. I might get 3 of them. Shit, I don't know. But when that comes out, I will be reviewing that movie. I wish it was right here at the end, but it's also a good thing the movie did really well, right? But all right, I'm done. If you loved this video, dislike it. If you really hated this video, then like it. If you enjoyed this video, really honestly, go fuck yourself. This is your boy X Lover Newman. I'm out. All of you that watched this video, honestly, kiss my ass.